Okay, still feeling a little bit shittered from whatever bullshit we had going on Thursday. And to make it even more fun, allergies are freaking whooping my ass on top of it. With that, I'm not anticipating that today will be all that spectacular from a pure performance perspective. But I think we're going to take advantage of the circumstances and use it to pull the trigger on a change that I was planning on making in a couple weeks here anyways. Because something I've run into every single time I've lost weight and gone into a meet prep is that I feel very unfamiliar with my groove and where I am in space and time on the competition lifts. Now, personally, the best solution that I've found for that was to transition my normal upper-lower conjugate split that I traditionally run during a meet prep into a full body layout, just so that I have the lifts being touched more days per week. And I really did want to pull the trigger on that last year with the struggles we were having, but the reason I didn't last year is last year, due to the state of the diet and the state of the rebound, I was way too freaking out of shape to be able to even consider that actually working. This year though, conditioning, physical fitness, recoverability, total non-freaking issues. So I am not yet going back to Conjugate, but inside the program app, built myself out a layout that retains about 85% of the movements that I'm currently doing applied to a full body split. So I'm going to be getting 3 squat slots per week, 3 deadlift slots per week, 3 real bench slots per week. And the hope with that is that I can keep doing the work that's working, but get a little bit more skill practice on the lifts. And that means today we're starting out with a high bar. Now, the reasoning for wanting to run the high bar as my main squat slot right now is that last week when I did that little low bar experiment, I was having trouble breaking into my knees hard enough. And running the main squat as high bar for now should hopefully force me to break into the knees a little bit harder. And I'm giving myself a 5 to 8 rep target here, so gonna try to not kill myself with the feels, but see if we can do something decent. Currently unsure where the rack height should be for high bar, but we will figure it out as we go. Also trying to force myself into a little bit of a narrower stance than normal as well. Big knee break. Yep. Feels good, man. And if you're looking for the program in the program app, under the off-season section, calling it the meat grinder. It is only 1 week long, but that's because I'm intending it to be run with double progression, meaning that we're trying to either add reps to the top of the rep target, then add weight, then add reps to the top of the rep target, and we just keep doing the same thing over and over again and make it stronger. Like, I know it's high bar, but I am so glad I've been running the BTN presses. We're definitely keeping them in because being able to get under the bar half decently with my hands not super wide is a very nice feeling. How? What's going on? In case you guys are wondering, me saying how in the middle of the set was in reference to MEANA yelling better brace at me. And I just didn't know what direction I needed to go with the brace tension. Turns out it was more rib to pelvis that was overarching, so we'll be mindful of that on the next one. 5 probably. Hoping that the belt helps out with that equation. And it's just like trying to posteriorly tilt to set the brace, squeeze ass. Oh, a little bit crooked, hold on. Posteriorly tilt, squeeze ass as I was saying. Nail the pick, keep glutes, into knees. Sick. Watching the tape back, gonna do some 99s before the next set and potentially go a little bit more toe out, so you can get rid of the tiny bit hip shift. Now, I really don't want this to be my top set, but considering the circumstances, week 1 of high barring, week 1 of knee split, I will be okay if it is, but we're gonna do our best to wake up. Woo! If it's pretty easy, Britt, I'll go 5. If it's kind of hard, I'll just keep doing reps here. Yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, if it's really shitty, I'll do less than 5, but I'm hoping it's not really shitty. Yeah, we'll go up. This felt better. Still gonna do a few more 90-90s before the next one. Because I'm too fat to wanna get on the floor for 90-90, all I do in the middle of training is kind of get on the bench, half 90-90, try to lever up this foot to push me to this hip, get a little bit of active rotation going, and just try to squeeze a little bit more of that end range that is missing right now. I need to get back on these at home. I haven't been doing enough at home, and this is my reminder to do more of these at home. I'm thinking that this should probably be the top set today, so plan is to chug reps until it starts to feel like it's gonna get sketchy. Also, look how freaking close I am to being in like the bonus belt holes. Shit's wild. I'm okay with that. Woo! Yeah, pretty freaking thrilled with that for first high bar top set in a very freaking long time, and like felt the best from a brace perspective, quad perspective, hip perspective of every set beforehand. So we're gonna drop it down to 3 and see if we can improve on the connection for the down set. Anyways, down set time. Goal here is to keep her smooth. Rock. And now time to do some speedy benching. And just for some shits and gigs here, we're gonna bust out the chain. Realize I'm gonna have to hang it higher, so I'll hang it higher before I put it on the side of the bar. That should do the trick. Now, program calls for a 50% straight weight, but because I have about 80 pounds of chain on the bar, we're gonna go for about 205 and see if we can make it move appropriately. Considering that bench is kind of in the shitter right now, if this has to be lighter to move like speed work, I will be okay with it being lighter to move like speed work. I think I'm gonna ditch the safeties just so it's less loud. Plan here, press hard, see if it's fast enough to add a 10 kilo on top of the red. Yeah, I think we're out in the green. So, 6.5s here, as short of rest as possible, which means I'm basically gonna rack the bar and then unrack it, and then, you know, just do the next set. Film the first and the last for the vlog. Unless, of course, something fucked up happens in the middle. If something fucked up happens in the middle, I'll show the middle, but first and last set is the plan. I gassed much harder and much quicker than I was anticipating, but that's probably the little bit of L's kicking around, so I'm not worried about it. But the magic of speed work on bench comes from running short rests to the point where if you don't push as hard as you freaking can in your last set, you ain't gonna be able to finish the last set, and felt like I was having to push pretty hard or else the bar would have stopped going up. What I also was thinking is, even if it is light, bottom feels so much better. I've run the Buffalo bar the other day, so am stoked. And if MEANA's top set's good enough, I'll include it in the vlog. So pressure's on. Okay, right? Okay, you're good. Lock in. Big in there, big in there. Squat. Chug. Good. Hold it together.
Push. Come on.
Yep. Rock it. What was on the bar?
I feel like I have to know.
Yeah, you're a little chonky. I guess you're not going in the vlog.
No.
I got a feeling that her today's session's probably gonna go similar to my Thursday session, and her tonight might feel similar to my Thursday night, but I think 335 for okay triples. Okay enough, considering how I felt Thursday. Now for the D segment of this SBD session. We're not gonna do a D at all. We're just moving the hangy row over to this day. Oh, it's a long way down. We'll go up. Considering we did 315 last week, I'll probably just slap the yellow on top here. The reason I'm rowing like this is since getting back to pulling up the floor, mid back is feeling a little bit softy, saggy. And if I can expose the position here, it's gonna be less soft for the deadlift, so that's why we're rowing like this. Now, I have zero freaking clue how many reps we're gonna get. Just gonna try to do as many as we can without turning into an asshole. God, it's so far down. I'm okay with that. And if you're feeling lost on how to program secondaries and accessories for what your mains need or anything else in your training, hit the links below, apply for coaching, let me know what you got going on, and I will be able to let you know if I'm going to be able to help you out. While you do that, I'm do my down set. That has to be my favorite freaking way to row. Now, next thing we're running, I will start loading this more aggressively as I get further into running the split. But for now, I'm going to be treating it more as like active stretch, feel good, range of motion access, because we're going to be doing some dips. And I freaking hate this dip tower. I like the other ones out front a whole lot better, but I also don't want to go out front because Darrell still has 2 sets of squats left that I need to spot. So we will just run them here, make it stretchy as we can tolerate, and drive the reps as high as we can. Like, it's just the tiniest bit too narrow for my shoulders and makes getting all the way down a little bit weird, but we'll work with it. I have been doing dips pretty regularly on my arm day, but it's like the 4th tricep thing I do on my arm day. So I'm pretty happy with the number of reps we got there because it's a lot more than arm day. I am aware that these are definitely not the deepest dips as well, but I mean, for the arthritic right shoulder, the pec tears in the left, like we're working with what we got. And as long as I'm getting to some degree of stretch, I am personally at least okay with it. And like, as someone for years, I couldn't do dips because of the right shoulder. Since building it back, they're like my favorite freaking thing ever because shit just feels phenomenal. And I do have hypers next, but I think I'm gonna wait till D's done squatting just so I have plates to put on the hyper. So I'm gonna go and do my muscly stuff before the hypers. First off, rear delts, still running them on this guy because I don't think there is a better option right now in the gym, and I just enjoy it. 35 to 25 to be a little bit more aggressive, but hopefully not so aggressive that the right side can't actually do it. And key thing on any rear delt movement is to try to... Lost my mic. As I was saying, key thing on any rear delt movement for making it as rear delt max as possible is trying to go for full protraction and then maintain that full protraction as you are doing the fly. And that way it ensures that we're not just like cheating with scapular motion and keeping the work in the rear. Not a find afraid he can handle this. I'm actually pretty stoked with how she's doing. Round 2 incoming. I love this machine so much. The reason I'm running the rears today is main bench is my next training session. I just want to make sure the rears are primed to do their job before we bench press. And next up, gonna run a machine preacher curl. I haven't used this machine before. I maxed out the stack loaded one, and then I maxed out the stack loaded other one. So we will see how this guy feels, and because it's plate loaded, hopefully we won't run into a maxing it out thing. But including arms in the split for no reason other than I have been running an arm day and my arms have been growing and I'm kind of enjoying it, and hopefully they'll stop being child-sized relatively soon. Thinking 10 feels easy enough. We can just slap a 25 on though. Anticipating that we'll have to put more weight on, which, I mean, judging by this, we'll have to put more weight on, but yeah. I've been avoiding the plate-loaded preacher machine just because I'm too lazy to have to load plates, but downside of maxing out the pin-loaded ones. I don't know, FAFO, 45 on top. 15 rep target here, so hopefully this isn't way too freaking heavy. I think we'll be fine. Feels quite aggressive. And we'll pull the quarter off, right in the down set, go spot Darrell, and then our hypers. Trying to get a little more elbow extension on this one because I was afraid to do it with the heavier weight. Maybe roll the sleeve up. Is that embarrassing? I'll put the sleeve back down. But I mean, we're doing them because I'm aware that my arms are small and I would like to solve that problem. It'll take time though. Tension achieved. Anyways, we got, I think, 720 on the bar. Big pause squat for a big boy. Let's go. Double. Yep. Yep. Lock her in. Big squeeze. Good. Hard head. Good. Pull, 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 pull. Yep. Stay in it. Big pack into the quads. Goes. Yep. Through. Yep. There you go. There you go, dude. I'm very glad that everyone spotting knows how he squats and didn't panic when it moved that slow, but yeah, dude's strong right now. I'm just trying to talk to the camera. I'm trying to talk to the camera. Oh, sorry. No worries. And I was strongly considering keeping the booty builder machine in this slot, but it's we're so damn close to running out of plates that we can put on it, and I miss reverse hypers, so I think for the time being, hypers will do the trick. It has been a very long time, so hoping that 3 plates does not humble the ever-living shit out of me. We're gonna do my best to control the eccentric here, but no promises. We'll see how she goes. Yeah, I forgot how much these suck, but I'm glad we're doing it. One more than abs. Nothing to it here, but embrace the back pump. Yeah, that freaking sucks. But aside from the back pump, shit feels freaking good, so another case of glad we're doing it. And last but definitely not least, we're bringing loaded ab work back into training. We have been running it at home post cardio, but I figure if I'm gonna act like a power lifter, I might as well start doing it in the gym again because ab work's important and should probably be showing it. Hoping that running 50 here doesn't bite me in the ass because I haven't done a spread eagle in a while. We're gonna have to grab another 50. Now the hope is that this doesn't bite me in the ass, but we'll find out. I mean, it didn't kill me, but harder than it should be, so we'll do another. And I'm not sure how good of a, oh, losing the kettlebell, hold on. As I was saying, not sure how good of a job I'm doing to this, but I'm trying to like dead bug in, then curl up, just to reinforce what I'm looking for, my brace tension. Yeah, I'm okay with that. But even for feeling, you know, a little bit tuckered, a little bit fatigued, a little bit low energy, low juice with the illness, I am so stoked and I love training this way so much, and I'm very glad I pulled the trigger because like my best dot scores ever, my best totals ever, well, I guess my post-pector total PR was not training like this, but prior to that, best dot score ever, best total ever before came on a split like this. And the only reason I stopped training like this coming back to Canada is we were training in gyms that had a supply demand issue. Like there was a surplus of powerlifters with a limited amount of equipment, and making this work in a gym like that was not super doable if we were training around people. So I just went back to regular upper lower just so I could kind of have room to do my thing. But now that we don't have that problem, I am excited to keep getting on it, and I don't know if I will pivot back towards the end of prep, but I think for now, we can keep it rolling, keep embracing the skill acquisition, and like, as good as the high bars felt today, I got another squat Monday. And then I got a hack squat Wednesday, and then I got another squat Thursday, and I'm expecting that with all that squatting, it should feel more fluid, more in the groove, better hip tension, better quad tension, better floor pressure, better brace, etc., 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 and we should be able to do better. And well, if we don't do better, then we just adjust the work that we're doing to target it more towards what we need. And I don't know, I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. Still probably 5-ish weeks of the diet left to get lean enough. Like I got a solid 4 abs in the morning right now. I need, you know, a solid 6, but it's coming, chipping away, and am stoked to be here. Grateful for all you guys watching. Peace out. Have a good night, and I will see you in the team.